Alright guys, I know back in the end of our Gears of War 3 playthrough, we did mention that we would probably do Judgment and Tactics last, leading up to the launch of Gears of War E-Day, whenever that might be. As I was kind of rethinking that in the background, I realized after looking up some of the Gears of War Judgment lore, that it's probably best that we just jump straight into Judgment from Gears 3 before we get to Gears of War 4. I don't know about you guys too. I know a lot of people don't have great things to say about Gears 4 and 5 for one reason or the other. I actually am looking forward to playing those the most. Of the original trilogy, I've said this multiple times, Gears 3 is my favorite in terms of gameplay variety with all the different enemy types. Gears 2 is probably the best in terms of story, and Gears 1 is probably the best in terms of overall themes and thematics and ambiance for the character, for the campaign itself. Gears Judgment, in my opinion, is probably the worst out of the entire Gears series, even probably worse than 4, 5, and Tactics. I don't know why people think that 4 and 5 are really bad games. They're not. Looking back, watching some of the old footage from my playthroughs, like, before I even did the YouTube channel, the campaigns and the story parts they're solid. The lore is good too. I think people just don't like that the original Delta Squad is not, the main focus here. It's all about Delta Squad's kids and the people who they grew up to be and how they shape the new coalition of ordered governments. Marcus obviously still plays a big role, and so does Delta Squad too, but they're not the focus. They are more in the background, and it's more of like the kids of Marcus, of Cole, of, other prominent figures from the Gears universe. There's nothing wrong with their stories. We'll get to them when we get to them, but I mean, out of all of the games that we have on the Gears lineup, Gears Judgment is probably the worst. It does things in this that I really appreciate, that make for a really cool narrative experience, but they also do things that make me scratch my head, like, why would you mess with a proven formula when, it's been shown in previous games that this is not how this should work? And then they weirdly enough pivot from this to the OG formula in Gears 4 and 5. You'll know what I mean when we see it. And again, you'll also know what I mean when I say that there are some parts about this that I actually do appreciate. And I'm trying to quantify and wrap my heads around why people give Gears of War 4 and 5 such a bad rap when they are compelling stories. I don't know. I might have to dig a little bit deeper and really look into why people don't like the games as much as they, supposedly say so. I think they're really good games. I think Gears Judgment is probably at the bottom in terms of overall, as far as overall, like, content, gameplay. It's just okay, and just being okay in the Gears universe is not good enough. So let's jump into it. Let's go to the campaign. We have Judgment and Aftermath. Aftermath is that, remember we said during our playthrough of Gears 3 that when Baird and Cole ran off to do their own little side quest, that weirdly enough, that part of the story is held in this game as DLC. This is not DLC to Gears 3, by the way. This is its own full-on separate game with its own multiplayer versus survival kind of stuff. I don't even know why this game exists in that. If that's the case, this very well could have been built as a big old expansion to Gears of War 3, as like a huge paid DLC. I don't know, man. It really blows my mind. But I think they did something with the gameplay systems that just didn't gel with the Gears of War 3 engine, and I think you'll see what I mean here in a second. We're gonna do a new game. We're gonna override this. We're gonna play hardcore on this one. I think Gears of War 2 or Gears of War 3, we played it through for fun. Here we kind of want to play it for the more stars we earn. We have to earn a certain number of stars in order to even unlock the Aftermath portion, so we might as well play it on hardcore in order to get those stars. And the game is kind of like a Memento type of storyline where we start at the end of the campaign and then we work our way through from the beginning to the end. But right now this is taking place at the end of the campaign. can't tell if this is an MP3 cutscene or if this is in-game footage. It looks like it's a cutscene, not gameplay footage. This is supposed to be taking place really early in the war, a couple years after E-Day. We don't know who those two are yet. Obviously, that's Cole and Baird. Cole and Baird look much different than they do.
10 minutes to go back there and make sure the bastard's dead.
Than they usually do.
Move, Lieutenant Baird.
And weirdly enough, again, Baird here is a lieutenant. He's not a private or a corporal. Somehow he has an officer's commission. And again, this is really early in the war. You can tell because Cole looks way different. They're all way smaller. They're not nearly as beefy as they are in the future games.
There goes a record. What? I went from lieutenant to war criminal in less than a week.
As you were.
Trying to shed some light on as to what might have happened to Baird's commission. They're saying he went from, you know, to officer to war criminal in less than a week, which is a very polarizing statement to say to him.
The accused are denied any right to an attorney and may not question the authority of this tribunal.
So we can't ask why you're doing this now.
At the conclusion of this tribunal, I will issue a fair and swift verdict.
Right. Of course you will.
Colonel, are we being charged with doing our job?
The charges will be defined as I hear your testimony. Now, Lieutenant Baird, begin with the last time we saw each other.
Not bad, right? Very interesting, compelling story. We're apparently in a trial of some sort. We're being questioned by some sort of high-ranking officer. I don't remember a lot of the Gears of War Judgment story. I just know the broad strokes. But we won't spoil that in case you're watching this for the first time. So, obviously, Baird's being questioned as to what happened between the last time he saw whoever his commanding officer is and now, so...
I've been a lieutenant for a week, so when I was told reinforce the supply convoy, I was ready to show off my stuff.
That's one way to describe your behavior, Lieutenant.
Another thing, too, that I wanted to point out between Gears 2, 3, and this one, in Gears 2 and 3, I was pretty impressed with the character model and the detailed work amongst all the different characters between the games. Especially in 3, for that game being as old as it was, most of the character models were really solid. Here, though, in this game, even though this is supposedly a sequel to Gears 3, so which this game came out afterwards, even with the Xbox's ability to upscale and run it at 4K and 60 FPS, this game does not look nearly as good. Obviously, there's weird artifacting around the character models, especially their hair. They have these weird outlines around them too. It's kind of like almost like cell shading. It just looks odd. So if you guys are like, wow, this game doesn't look nearly as impressive as Gears 2 and 3, just know I also agree. But it's a prequel story. The game's taking place way before the events of Gears of War 1. In the early days of the E-Day War. I don't know if this game is going to take place during the same time the Gears of War E-Day will take place? Question mark? That'd be kind of cool if this game had some weird crossover with that somehow.
Whatever it was, it looked like it was headed right for our convoy. Only Paddock knew what he was looking at, but he didn't say anything. Not yet.
There we are apparently on mission trying to meet up with our convoy, and we don't know exactly what's happening so far. Let's open this. Everyone's armor looks relatively new and modern. It's not like cut down like they are in the future games.
Since this war began, our cities have been falling one by one. And Command has no idea who or what's responsible. Well, Colonel, I think I might know.
Baird has always had really good insight when it comes to the Locusts and learning how they think, so it's not a big surprise that he has opinions as to what he thinks is causing our cities to fall one by one, with relatively no, resistance. I don't know if you can notice, but on my menu right now, on the HUD, I have my Lancer, I have my shotgun, and that is it. I have grenades, but I don't have, like, a pistol secondary. And swapping my loadouts is just a Y button. It's no longer the directional pad. The directional pad actually doesn't do anything other than bring up, like, the attack comm. I don't know why they went from... I don't know why they went from having a 4-weapon loadout system to just a 2 or 3-weapon loadout system. It seems very odd, but again, this is one of those things where Gears of War Judgment decided to do something new, and I just don't understand why. Also, your testimony you're providing to the judge is scored on a star of stars for whatever reason. Stars 1 through 3, and I guess you need bonus stars in order to unlock cooler stuff, like campaign extras later, which, again...
We went as fast as we could, sir. There was no saving that convoy.
I'm trying to bring up the attack menu so I know where I'm going, but I accidentally threw a grenade. And I did not pick up... I just walked over that ammo. I didn't pick it up, weirdly enough. I'm used to, like, having to toggle over stuff. Okay, so here's the new thing about Gears of War Judgment that I always actually liked, which is the declassified. Kilo Squad claimed to encounter unknown Locust variant. Dark wretches replace normal wretches. If you accept these, like, these mission mutations, when you provide your testimony, you gain your stars faster and you get a higher score. It's kind of like an arcade shooter type of thing.
I'd heard other units talk about the glowing wretches, but I thought that was just soldiers telling stories. Turns out it's not.
And you can tell that the blood on the ground went from normal blood to glowy, emulsion blood.
Our old convoy had been wiped out in minutes. Never seen anything like it.
Now that we know what we know from Gears of War 2 and 3, it doesn't really make sense in the context of, like, the narrative why the Locusts would fight with glowy wretches. You would think that they would try their best to escape away from lambent wretches as much as possible.
I'm bad.
But I mean, in terms of, like, you know, cinematic storytelling, might as well. Why not? The way that these characters jib in this game too, like they fall apart, is a little cartoony. I don't know if you can tell, but they just look not quite right. Something about the physics and the model destruction in this game doesn't match with what we've seen in Gears 2 and 3. Oh. Sophia and Paddock are our squad mates.
Bring it on!
Oh god.
Dig in, baby! Big, ugly, coming up!
Oh, Boomer came out of the grub hole.
We're not done yet!
Movement in this game is a little bit different. The wretches definitely move differently. We can weirdly enough move from cover a little bit better and a little bit further as well. It's supposedly much smoother, but the fidelity of, like, the graphics is suffering because of it. Not, like, by a lot, but at least it's noticeable. I am hoping that we have a good time with this, though.
When those wretches died, they exploded like they'd been drinking out of a fuel tank. I hoped we wouldn't be seeing them again anytime soon.
Colonel Loomis, this is Lieutenant Baird. Big problem, sir. Our convoy just got destroyed.
Then move on to the Museum of Military Glory. It's under attack.
Sir, whatever destroyed our convoy's still out there.
Noted, Lieutenant.
Yes, sir. Come on, Kilo. You heard the man.
Just like in previous games, if you ever see the COG logo, it usually means there's a collectible nearby. I don't think I ever played this game way back in the day. Maybe I did. Maybe that's why I can't find any collectibles near here. They want us to rally with the rest of our squad. Again, there's this weird thing of like, hey, you should come over here. This weird pulsing. Continue with the story. I mean, might as well. We haven't been able to do much more. Result screen. This screen tells you how Kilo Squad is performing. The better you do, the more stars you will earn. Earn higher graded stars at higher difficulty levels. I don't know what the stars are for. Maybe for unlocking bonus stuff. You choose the fully declassified mission and met your objectives. Well done. This allowed you to earn stars more easily. Continue in excellence. Like, I don't understand what the stars are for. Declassified mission, and we earn full stars. Ribbons, mounts. I think this might just be for like progression for the multiplayer and stuff like that. That might be the only reason why. It doesn't even really give you like unlocks or anything like that. It's just, I don't know. It's just a weird arcadey.
The museum was on the other side of the
system.
river, the side the COG no longer controlled. I thought maybe we could slip through unnoticed.
He thought we could slip through
Yeah,
unnoticed.
nice. Kind of reminds me of my old wine cellar.
Wait a minute. You have a wine cellar?
He's super rich, bro.
Hey, look, a man gotta spend his money on something.
Reminds me of my old wine cellar, because yep, he's super rich. I don't know how good of friends he is with. Oh, we found a sawed-off shotgun. Let's take it. Let's drop the Nash. It's incredibly powerful, but it's very short range and only 2 shots before reload. Aim wisely. Oh, it only has 2 shots now. In the previous game, it had 1 shot. In this game, it has 2. Interesting. Well, I mean, it makes sense. It's double-barreled.
So this is the UIR sniper rifle.
This isn't a gun. It's a comrade.
Marksa? Okay, it's a semi-automatic rifle. Unlike in the previous games, I can't swap equipment with my gears. In Gears of War 3, or maybe even in 2, you had the ability to just swap weapons with one of your teammates. Here, I don't think you can. Okay, there's a extra thing right here. Declassified. Lieutenant Blair claimed unauthorized Hammer of Dawn strikes took place in Old Town. Finished before Hammer of Dawn strikes in 3:30. Failure will result in deaths. Okay, we're on a time limit
It turned
now.
out that someone had designated the Old Town a Hammer of Dawn free fire zone. With our radios down, all we could do was rush through as fast as possible.
Again, I really like this extra narrative stuff here.
We're not done yet!
Unlike the normal long shot, this thing needs a couple shots for headshots, but you can get it done. Mortar. Might as well launch some helps off and off our targets. Oh, I thought I was dead. Help!
Okay. Lean under it. Lock and load.
Destroy fire!
They keep coming!
They brought out the heavy gear!
That's weird. They have like a fixed. They have a fixed turret where, like, looks like a cog turret.
That's a lot of blood.
Where? Only got a minute 20 before we hit.
Boomer!
Oh.
Sorry about that.
Deal with the locust problem. Oh, we have to kill all the locusts first. Oh. Ooh! No! Oh god. No! I didn't want. I was hoping not to die so early, but I think I missed my hipfire shot. Whoops. Whoops indeed. Oh crap, we're not done yet. Oh. Oh, thankfully the double-barreled shotgun does really good damage against boomers up close. Even on... weirdly enough, this game seems easier because I'm not getting instantly gived by boom shots or tickers, I'm just getting downed instantly. Which is funny because I was like, in the previous games, getting hit by a boom shot up close or anything like that would instantly kill us. Ribbons... declassified missions. Oh, we didn't get the last one? Let's just keep going. Headshots. Going down but not out will drain your stars. Make sure to work as a team and not needlessly rush on ahead.
I knew we would save time by going through some buildings. It's not like there were any civilians left to care. I was beginning to figure out that the Old Town civilians were the least of the COG's worries.
It's one thick door. It's like a foot thick of wood. Lancer, actually, the chainsaw melee. Let's just melee. I actually like the sniper rifle. The sniper rifle's doing pretty good damage. Oh, there's another hammer burst, another declassified. Kilo Squad utilized a prohibited locust weapon and claimed it was effective. Use hammer burst, sawed-off shotguns, and one-shots only?
I know we're forbidden from using enemy weapons, Colonel, but to survive out there in the field, you have to know how to adapt, and I'm an adaptable man.
Sawed-off hammer bursts and one-shots? I mean, this doesn't seem nearly as hard. Oh, there's nothing over here. Hammer bursts are not too bad. Unlike in Gears 3, the zooming in with the hammer burst doesn't make it so that we have to aim down sights with it.
We got a healing canvas! Hit it!
Now I know why they needed reinforcements.
Snipers!
I don't know if marking them will make our team aim for them.
Incoming fire! Take this! Incoming frag!
Oh! Well, that was a pretty good hit with that frag grenade. Hammerburst sounds much different too now.
We're not done yet! Shit!
Oh, that's a green ammo case. What the hell is that? Onyx ammo crate. Used by Onyx refills all weapons with the maximum capacity. Oh. cool, I guess.
Down in front! Sniper! Incoming first!
Holy hell, we're encountering such a wide variety of enemies so early on.
Incoming!
Sergeant!
Incoming frag!
Wow.
Mine now.
Weapon in the cog arsenal's fire weapons.
Is that all of them?
Yeah, I doubt it.
Trouble!
Find him!
Take down the Cantus. Three in one shot, baby!
Man, I ain't never seen so many grubs in one place before.
Right?
I know. Let's just get inside.
This is a crazy, weird siege. We're encountering a buttload of enemy, like really strong enemy types so early on. This is nuts, actually. We're encountering Cantuses, boomers, grinders, tickers. I'm like, holy hell, that is so fast to see these enemies. We usually don't see them until like at least a third through the game. Gib kills 16, yeah. 28 kills altogether. Times downed. I didn't get downed.
Everyone in the balcony got wiped out, sir. Everyone?
Luma sent us. Where should we go?
You're not Onyx.
I'm Onyx.
No, you're not, Cadet. Stay here and defend this area. The East Wing is getting hammered.
Okay, at least we know a little bit more about the squad. She's an Onyx Cadet.
Perfect timing. Okay, we've been warned, Kilo. Grubs incoming.
Declassified. Kilo Squad alleges that Onyx Guard units had improperly set up defenses and the Nemesis infiltrated the museum. Nemesis will join the ground attack? Sure.
We were inside, so I figured we didn't have to worry about any Nemesis. Then I realized all the room's windows were broken.
Keep him back, Onyx! Keep him back!
Nasher shotgun. Ranged Sentinel. Long-range automated machine gun turret that targets. I think this is where we got the... Because we used to... This is like one of those things that actually shows up in future games where you can set up defenses. Weirdly enough, I think this is like where they might have gotten it from. Nasher shotgun. I'd rather pick up the Lancer and have the Nasher, or and have the sawed off. Alright, just plant these bad boys on the walls. Anything else of note in this area? Oh!
Got him.
We found something down here. Something that I hadn't seen in my first playthrough of this, I guess. I mean, this is pretty much it, right? Don't really have a whole lot.
I have grub hole!
I don't want to hear that. Get those guns up and running. Stop, we're down to 4 men in here. That should be 3 more than you need. Get up.
Notice reload a sentinel when it's beeping, press B when close to it. Because in future board games, they already have this kind of setup where you can like set up defenses. Take him down quickly.
We hold this position until they stop coming.
Enemy wave arrives in 30 seconds.
Hey, status report. Eagle, can you see Hayes' squad? Bring it, son. They're bringing us up. We can't see anything. We're pulling back. Who's still with me? Eagle, can you cover? Where are those reinforcements?
We got some sort of prize box? Are these loot boxes? To focus fire. Okay, so focusing fire, you can also mark drop weapons this way.
We're not done yet.
Running low on ammo.
We're not done yet.
Good butchers here too.
They're overrunning us. They are not. gotta pull back! You think it's somehow gonna get better if we do? No, sir! We're not going anywhere!
Come get me!
Any and all reinforcements, proceed to the east wing. Black 4 is getting hammered over here.
If we don't hurry, they're not going to make it.
Survive the attack, get to the east wing. Mulcher ammo? Yup. God, I wish I could sprint with this thing. Oh, I want to take the mulcher with us just in case. I'm coming, baby, I'm coming. Yield more prestige. Stars earn. Casual silver on normal hard and onyx on insane. Great Hall. Not too bad.
Black Force said they were losing the East Wing. He didn't mention they'd lost everything on the way there.
See, like, Boltok pistol, but it's like, it's, you don't even, it's like not even a secondary anymore, it's just a primary.
Dibs!
We got another D-class key. Let's go out observes Locust equipped with new COG Mark II Lancer assault rifles. Lancer wielding Cyclops drones in the area, sure.
The grubs are obviously taking Halvo Base seriously. They've got some kind of elite shock troop soldier out there. Wears a funny one-eyed helmet. Who knows how they manage to aim so well?
Mine now.
Oh, the boom shield. At least we don't have to equip it with a pistol. We can just use it with an assault rifle. Switch weapons with the boom shield, though.
More for me.
Long shots.
We're not done yet.
There we are.
Oh, you can't zoom in with the sniper rifle with it, though. Dang it.
Nice.
Not over yet, Kilo.
chainsaw duel.
No transfers today. Oh, great. Charge.
Behind that door was the East Wing. And Black 4. Whatever was left of them.
Man, there's a lot of, like, I'm noticing in this game, too, that there are a lot of, like, just, like, loading screens in between areas. We're basically fighting, like, room to room before, like, we just have to stop. And it's like, yeah, it's got a new loading screen now, I guess. I'm like, wow.
You! Hold this room! There's something big out there.
I don't know why he's asking us to hold this room when they're the ones that are losing.
Looks like that door's gonna give. When it does, start shooting.
Lieutenant Blair Kalo's trying to defend the emissary armor with no additional Onyx support. Stop Locust from destroying Nasir Embry's armor.
There it was. Nasir Embry's original armor. The Patriot and me decided to keep the grubs from getting their filthy claws on it. It's not like it matters much now, huh?
Got a lot of, like, horde mode.
Dibs.
I want to put this one a little bit further back. Probably right here. Another sawed-off shotgun. What is that, a boom shot? Boom shot, pick up the Onyx ammo crate. We get all of our ammo back for everything.
I got another round left in me. I bet they do too. Stay ready. Dibs.
Woo! 2 for 1, baby. Yes.
We're not done yet!
You want some?
Oh crap, one of our sentinels actually blew on me. Whoops.
Look what we have here.
Ah, I hate that feeling.
What the hell is that?
That's the end of Halvo Bay.
There's only one way out of here.
2, actually. 1 involves dying.
Find our way outside to join the Onyx Guards. Headshots, Gibbs, ribbons, and I think we got like just the declassified mission. Yep. Nice.
We were all a little shaken up. That grub was upsetting in 12 different ways. It was time to talk to Paddock.
He makes it seem like he knows what it is.
Paddock, what can you tell us about that thing?
Nothing that isn't obvious.
The declassified mission. Kilo Squad claimed to have found and destroyed locust eggs of unknown origin. Serapede eggs left intact will hatch, spawning more Serapedes to fight. Holy hell.
Litter splatter.
More intel, Colonel. In the archives, we found grub eggs of some kind. We could have smashed them or let them hatch. I've made tougher decisions.
That's unpleasant. Wait, did you hear that?
I heard something. Checking the outside edges to see if I see anything hatching.
Oh no! Hell no! I don't do bugs!
Get behind it! They look vulnerable back there! Shit!
Oh! No!
Sorry, I got blood on you. From egg to omelet. From egg to omelet.
Are we sure there's no eggs left?
Scrambled. Ah, gooey.
Centipede!
more patch of eggs somewhere. Let's see if we can find them. No, I don't think we can go backwards.
More for me.
I'm looking everywhere, boys. I'm looking everywhere. I don't see anything yet. Oh, there we go.
That's unpleasant.
Charles,
Man, I thought the grubs walked around on 2 legs like normal people. Can we go now? Please?
Cole doesn't like bugs. He's like, I can't deal with it when they walk on more than 2 legs. Stim gas. Stim grenade that creates an area that replenishes health for allies to stim with a throw by tapping it. Oh, interesting. That's something new.
Contact!
I'm not scared of bugs. Stop these things!
Ooh! Oh, we're still dealing with the burly wretches?
Stay dead! Front! Oh, great! Just great! Just in case regular grubs weren't upsetting enough. Everyone okay?
Need to drop the sniper rifle for something, because holy hell, this isn't helping. Onyx ammo crate.
Got him.
I love the old school OG Xbox achievement comes up.
Hey, look! The grubs made an exit for us.
More incoming!
That's enough slithering and enough eggs. I prefer to shoot at something that walked around on 2 feet for a while.
More for me.
Do we take the long shot in the Scorcher? Wants us to go that way, but there's all this empty space this way. Frag grenade. Ooh, Marksa. Marksa's a little bit better than a long shot. Better rate of fire.
What have they done to my Marksa?
A sniper rifle with no scope! Ha! Those grubs are real geniuses!
Oh, never mind. Maybe this is something worthwhile. The breach shot? Oh, it's literally a bolt-action rifle. Oh, maybe we'll take both, actually.
Radio check.
I got nothing.
Harder difficulties yield more. Yep. Got everything done.
It wouldn't be long before we were topside again. Our radios were even starting to work, but the signal wasn't totally clear. We were almost there.
The Museum of Military Glory, Section 8, the vaults. Kilo Squad alleges that dust in the archive reduced its combat efficiency. Heavy dust will reduce visibility? Holy hell. I mean, sure, why not? Like how heavy of dust are we talking about? Like, really heavy dust? Or just, like, kinda heavy dust? Oh, you're talking to, like, I can't see more than 10 feet in front of me.
The grubs knew we were in trouble, so they came in closer.
Away with you! Going flag!
I can't see a goddamn thing here. Clear.
Come get me!
I don't know what killed me. It looks like I just stood up and died. Okay, it's really, really heavy dust. So like I can't how heavy of dust are we talking about? Dust so heavy I really can't see in front of me. Okay.
I won't forget.
Cool! Help! Somebody, panic! They can't res me for some reason. Oh, thank God.
We're not done yet.
Holy hell, I am out of grenades. Oh!
Tossing a stem!
Stay dead.
Shit, that's a lot of blood.
We're not done yet.
Down in front!
Holy hell.
Whew, glad to be out of there. What's next?
Nothing,
Well,
dude, holy
we call
hell.
in and make sure Control knows what's going on.
Man, I was like, how bad of dust are we talking about? So badly we're like hip firing with the sawed-off was our best option. Oh my God, that was intense. I was like, what the hell? They threw like so many like savage Therons and maulers and butchers, and I'm like, what the hell is happening? And wretches. I just started hip firing after a certain point.
I need Loomis.
What is it, Lieutenant?
Colonel, Some grub riding a monster. Just wiped out every rifle at the museum. Request guidance.
Kill the grub, hold the museum.
Colonel, Paddock here. This grub, Goraznia, they called him Khan.
This isn't Goraznia.
My army threw all we had at him.
Colonel, what about the light mass missile?
Cadet, leave strategy to men with bars. I don't want to hear a word from any of you until Paddock's boogeyman is dead and I can...
So this thing's name is Karn? Interesting, must have been another general of the Locust Army. He's riding atop some sort of crazy-looking corpser. Holy hell.
How's that missile work?
It's classified, but there's one here in Halvo. The inventor teaches at the academy.
Yeah, Professor Elliot. I worked in his lab at LaCroix before he went military. The missile draws power from refined emulsion. The more emulsion, the bigger the boom.
Courtesy of your big boom.
God.
How close were you to the impact point?
Close enough. That thing would burn up this entire city.
This one's low yield. After the Hammer of Dawn, Elliot stopped working on it.
How low yield?
Baird, or Lieutenant, to fire that thing, you have to get the targeting beacon, the launch codes, personally activate the missile on site, and get this all approved by command.
Control, Kilo here. So, we're gonna get the light mass missile online and use it to kill General Khan. Any objections?
Works for me. All right, come on, Cadet. We're going back to the academy. That's an order.
So yeah, Baird he used to work as an engineer at the local COG college before he got drafted into the war. Or I guess he was like forced to sign up with his family.
Cadet Hendrik, I'm curious to hear what it takes to convince an Onyx Guard cadet to steal one of the COG's most powerful weapons.
I was against it, sir.
That's right. Run to daddy.
Maybe you could show me and the army you volunteered for a little respect.
I tried that, and look what it got me.
Cadet?
Colonel, I'm an academy cadet. I had to see if my friends were all right.
And I think that's the end of Baird's chapter and his testimony. Now we're listening to Sophia's testimony. But I think at this point, guys, we're also...
We followed the main sewer line from the museum to the academy. It was the only way to get there alive. If I was gonna die, I'd rather do it inside the academy.
We're not even playing as Baird anymore. We're just playing as Sophia. Okay, so this is going to be rotating. It's a rotating cast between the four main characters, where we play as one of each for each chapter, and we probably circle back to Baird at the very end. So, I mean, at this point, guys, we're going to call it here for this episode. I mean, again, I like the ideas behind Gears of War Judgment. It adding those extra challenges to the missions, like declassified stuff where you could potentially make your mission harder, maybe even for prestige or for some unlocks. I think that's a cool idea. They probably could have carried over to future games. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. Being able to, do some what-if scenarios for certain missions could make them more interesting and, could reveal extra lore about what's happening at the time. The Locust 2 probably wouldn't be opposed to throwing a bunch of crap at you guys anyways. I mean, even for me, I'm just like, holy hell, they're throwing so much at us right off the bat. I'm, like, kind of impressed that they're just, like, unloading high-level enemies in big swarms, too. But it's obviously doing really weird things too. For some reason, all of our weapons, our loadouts have been consolidated to like 2 weapons and a grenade. Aiming the grenades is not as easy too, because you should be able to toggle to them and like be able to kind of aim and kind of get in a feel for where they're going. In this game, you have to press the left bumper, like you have to press and hold the left bumper just to pull them out. Pistols, weirdly enough, are like considered secondaries and not like sidearms. That seems really weird because they were always useful for as a backup, because you could have like a long range, a mid range, and a short range weapon in terms of your pistols. They introduced some new weapons in this game that I think carry over to Gears 4 and 5, or at least they sort of carry over to Gears 4 and 5. I mean, again, it does interesting things. It's going to reveal some more lore between Baird, Cole, and what happens to them in Gears of War 3. This does directly tie into that mission when we get to the end of it. It's probably going to be the way we end the story. I don't know if this is going to come up again in Gears of War E-Day, because again, this is maybe a year or two after... this is probably a year or two after the initial E-Day attacks, and like obviously we're losing parts of the Jacinto countryside at this point. Baird is a lieutenant. He's not a corporal or a private when Marcus meets him in Gears of War 1. Again, there's going to be some crossovers between Delta Squad, or the rest of Delta Squad, in this game later on. I know that for sure. So if you guys have enjoyed the video up until this point, just be sure to leave a like. Be sure to comment down below if you guys enjoy the Gears of War playthroughs. I know I said that I was going to kind of hold off on this one until we get closer to E-Day, but I think the storyline, that specific chapter where Baird and Cole were off doing their own thing in Gears of War 3, it's kind of relevant for us to understand, you know, the stakes that it sets up for future games, and for these characters to come make an appearance in the future games as well. And I just think it's too interesting. It's too interesting, in my opinion, to let go. So I think we're just going to jump into it immediately. Other than that, guys, we will catch you guys all on the next one.